Mary had a little man.
We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Help is on the way.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show. Turn up your mind.
Could a president order SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political rival? That's an official act in order to SEAL Team 6?
He would have to be and would speedily be, impeached and convicted before the criminal prosecution.
What if he weren't? There would be no criminal prosecution, no criminal liability for that?
Chief Justice's opinion in Marbury against Madison and our constitutional tradition and the plain language of the impeachment judgment clause all clearly presuppose that what the founders were concerned about was not.
I asked you a yes or no question. Could a president who ordered SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political rival who was not impeached, would he be subject to criminal prosecution?
If he were impeached and convicted first. And
so your answer is no.
My answer is qualified yes. There's a political process that would have to occur under the structure of our Constitution, which would require impeachment and conviction by the Senate. In these exceptional cases, as the OLC memo itself points out from the Department of Justice, you'd expect a speedy impeachment and conviction.
Why does Donald Trump have Alec Baldwin as an attorney? What Gilbert Gottfried? Anybody? I mean, what is with that? I don't know. But anyway, the substance, hard to concentrate with a voice like that. It's like he actually hired Satan to be his attorney, for real. It's like worse than Al Pacino. Anyway, the theory here is that the president of the United States has absolute immunity over any criminal activity, over anything he does while he is president. Now, okay, the problem that we had in this country and still have in this country is the Office of Legal Counsel's memo. It's not a law. It's not written into the Constitution. It's not a piece of legislation that was passed by Congress and signed by a president. No, it's an office buried inside of the Department of Justice called the Office of Legal Counsel that has determined that a sitting president, while he's president, cannot be indicted. That has proved to be problematic in and of itself. Now, you got Gilbert Gottfried there arguing that applies even when you're not president, even after the presidency is over, because you lost and you're a big loser. Yeah. This is now the argument in play. And his answer was so parsed because he's looking to kick the can down the road. He's looking to, get into the red zone. He's looking to get within, like 3 yards with 20 seconds, not even, with 2 seconds left. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to do this little play here. And he decided on his feet, that he would say in answer to her question, which is my question, except her question was even smarter. Our question here at the Randi Rhodes Show has always been thus. If the president can do anything he wants while he's president, and that there's no criminal accounting for any criminal activity while he's president after he loses or leaves office, what is to prevent Joe Biden, the president, from assassinating Donald Trump? If there's no penalty under law ever, right? Well, here you have a judge on the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals asking the question more finely. And the fine point she puts on it that I did not in my little hypothetical is, what if the president was using his presidential authority to order the military, to order SEAL Team 6 as commander-in-chief, which would be an act of presidential duty, right? So what if he actually ordered an assassination of a political rival using the military with his authority as commander-in-chief, president of the United States? And this yokel here decided that he would parse it so that he wasn't completely wrong. And he said, well, if a president did that, he would be impeached immediately. Okay, this is America, everybody. I think all of us common folks, all of us little guys here, we all know nothing in government happens immediately. It just doesn't. In fact, keep in mind this. Donald Trump wasn't impeached for January 6th until after Donald Trump left office. Do you remember that? And part of the reason why Mitch McConnell and, some Republicans wouldn't vote to remove Donald Trump from office is because Donald Trump was already removed from office. But 57 senators said that Donald Trump was guilty of an insurrection. He was guilty of ordering and participating and inciting an insurrection. But they didn't vote to remove him because it didn't happen until after he was out of office. Anybody? Remember Mitch McConnell?
President Trump is still liable for everything he did while he was in office as an ordinary citizen. Unless the statute of limitations is run, still liable for everything he did while he was in office. Didn't get away with anything yet.
Yet.
We have a criminal justice system in this country.
We do.
We have civil litigation. And former presidents are not immune from being accountable by either one.
So that was his little caveat to voting no. That was his little out. That was his little, umbrella that he stood under to stay out of the rain, right? That's what Mitch McConnell chose to do. So now the judge, the three-judge panel on the D.C. Circuit Court is trying to rule on whether or not Donald Trump has immunity because he's claiming that after 60 courts, and courts, by the way, are the proper venue for challenging the results of an election, as we all now know. We knew before, but now we really know. We always knew if you had a problem with fraud in an election, or if you had a problem with counting the votes, or you had a problem with butterfly ballots, or you had a problem with anything having to do with an election, that the state court was the appropriate venue to have your grievance heard and adjudicated, right? Well, now they're saying that court wasn't the proper place. No, that Donald Trump, the president, was the proper place to decide whether or not there was fraud. After 60 proper venues, courts said, no, there was no fraud. 60 of them. And his lawyer, Satan, is arguing that unless he was impeached and convicted, you cannot hold him accountable for anything he did as president of the United States. And you know that is just garbage. But what they're asking for is very important, because this is a court of law, okay, where parsing shall commence. Not may, but shall. So the judge asked him again, yes or no, is Donald Trump completely immune? Should we give him absolute immunity from any crimes he committed as president? Because you're asserting that he actually used his presidential authority to challenge a free and fair election after all these courts weighed in. So yes or no? Are you saying that he has absolute immunity because he was president and did these things while he was president? And he concedes that there is this odd situation where a president is not entitled, to absolute immunity. And that would be when he's impeached and convicted. And she's like, so then why are you asking me over here to give him absolute immunity if you, his lawyer, the best shot he has at claiming this ridiculous thing, is telling me I shouldn't do that because there is no such thing as absolute immunity just because a man was president? Why are you here? Why are you here? Didn't go well, put it that way. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to RandiRhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.